Stop praying the way you do. There's a better way to connect with God. From voicemail to conversation, cultivating a deeper connection with the divine. We often approach prayer like leaving a voicemail for God. We list our needs, air our grievances, and express our hopes, often without pausing to consider that the divine might desire more than a one-sided communication. While such expressions have their place, they can sometimes fall short of the deeper, more transformative experience of a true conversation with the divine. This essay explores the concept of prayer not as a monologue but as a dialogue, a reciprocal exchange that fosters a deeper connection with the divine, however one understands that concept. It will delve into the nature of such a conversation, the obstacles that hinder it, and the practices that can cultivate it, drawing inspiration from various spiritual traditions and philosophical perspectives. The nature of divine conversation. A true conversation, whether with another person or the divine, is characterized by reciprocity, attentiveness, and a genuine desire to understand. It's not merely about broadcasting our own thoughts and feelings, but also about actively listening for a response. In the context of prayer, this means moving beyond simply stating our requests and concerns to creating space for the divine to speak. This speaking may not always take the form of audible words or dramatic pronouncements. More often, it manifests as subtle shifts in perspective, intuitive nudges, or a deeper understanding of scripture or spiritual teachings. It can also appear in the form of a timely encounter, a seemingly coincidental event, or a profound sense of peace. The nature of this divine conversation is deeply personal and shaped by individual beliefs and experiences. For some, it may involve a direct sense of communication with a personal God. For others, it may involve a more abstract sense of communion with the universe, the ground of being, or the inherent wisdom within. Regardless of the specific framework, the core principle remains the same. Prayer is not just about talking to the divine. It's about engaging in a dynamic exchange that deepens our understanding of ourselves, our place in the world, and our relationship with the sacred. Obstacles to divine conversation. Several factors can hinder our ability to engage in this kind of dialogic prayer. One common obstacle is the tendency to approach prayer with a preset agenda. We may be so focused on our own needs and desires that we fail to truly listen for what the divine might be trying to communicate. Another obstacle is the constant distractions of modern life. Our minds are often cluttered with thoughts, worries, and sensory input, making it difficult to find the quiet space necessary for contemplation and reflection. Furthermore, doubt and skepticism can also create barriers to divine conversation. If we approach prayer with a closed heart or a cynical mindset, we may be less likely to perceive or interpret the subtle ways in which the divine might be speaking to us. Another significant challenge is the misconception that prayer requires specific rituals, formulas, or locations. While structured prayer can be helpful for some, it's important to remember that true connection with the divine is not confined to particular times or places. It can happen anywhere, at any moment, if we cultivate the necessary openness and receptivity. Finally, a lack of self-awareness can also impede divine conversation. If we are not attuned to our own inner thoughts, feelings, and motivations, it can be difficult to discern the voice of the divine from the noise of our own ego. Cultivating divine conversation. Overcoming these obstacles and cultivating a deeper connection with the divine requires intentional effort and practice. Here are some practices that can help. Creating space for stillness. In the midst of a busy life, it's crucial to carve out time for quiet reflection. This might involve setting aside a few minutes each day for meditation, spending time in nature, or simply finding a quiet corner where you can be alone with your thoughts. The goal is to create a space where you can quiet the mental chatter and become more receptive to the subtle whispers of the divine. Cultivating mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can become more aware of our own thoughts and feelings, as well as the subtle cues and messages that may be coming from the divine. Mindful prayer involves approaching our conversations with the divine with a sense of presence and attentiveness, allowing us to truly listen and receive what is being offered. Engaging with sacred texts. Reading and reflecting on sacred texts can provide rich insights and inspiration for our conversations with the divine. Whether it's the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, or other spiritual writings, these texts can offer guidance, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of the divine nature. Engaging with these texts thoughtfully and prayerfully can open up new avenues for communication and understanding. Practicing gratitude. Cultivating a spirit of gratitude can transform our prayer life. Instead of focusing solely on our needs and wants, gratitude helps us to appreciate the blessings in our lives, both big and small. Expressing gratitude to the divine opens our hearts and makes us more receptive to the divine presence. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of contentment and joy. Journaling. Keeping a journal can be a valuable tool for processing our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Writing down our prayers, reflections, and insights can help us to clarify our understanding and deepen our connection with the divine. Journaling can also help us to track our spiritual growth and identify patterns in our communication with the divine. Seeking spiritual guidance. Talking with a spiritual mentor, counselor, or trusted friend can provide valuable support and guidance on our spiritual journey. These individuals can offer insights, perspectives, and encouragement as we strive to deepen our connection with the divine. They can also help us to identify blind spots and overcome obstacles in our prayer life. Serving others. Engaging in acts of service can be a powerful form of prayer. By reaching out to those in need, we not only express our love and compassion, but also create opportunities for divine connection. Serving others helps us to move beyond ourselves and connect with something larger than ourselves, opening our hearts to the divine presence. Embracing silence. Silence is an essential ingredient in divine conversation. It's in the stillness that we can truly hear the voice of the divine. Practicing silence, whether through meditation, contemplative prayer, or simply spending time in nature, allows us to quiet the noise of our minds and become more receptive to the subtle whispers of the divine. Living with integrity. Our actions and intentions play a crucial role in our relationship with the divine. Living a life of integrity, characterized by honesty, compassion, and justice, creates a foundation for authentic communication with the divine. When our lives are aligned with our values, our prayers become more than just words. They become an expression of our deepest selves. The transformative power of divine conversation. Engaging in a consistent practice of dialogic prayer can have a profound impact on our lives. It can deepen our understanding of ourselves, our purpose, and our connection to the divine. It can cultivate a sense of peace, joy, and gratitude. It can empower us to live with greater courage, compassion, and wisdom. It can transform our relationships, our work, and our entire way of being in the world. Ultimately, the goal of divine conversation is not to receive specific answers or fulfill personal desires. Rather, it's about cultivating a deeper relationship with the sacred, a relationship that is characterized by love, trust, and a willingness to surrender to the divine will. It's about opening our hearts to the divine presence and allowing it to transform us from the inside out. It's about moving beyond the voicemail mentality and engaging in a true conversation. A conversation that can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves, our world, and the divine mystery that surrounds us. It's a journey of listening, responding, and growing in the presence of the sacred. A journey that continues throughout our lives. Is your prayer life feeling stagnant? This video explores the power of dialogic prayer, a two-way conversation with the divine. Discover how to move beyond routine prayers and experience a true transformation in your relationship with the sacred. Subscribe for more content on spiritual growth. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and share it with those on a similar path.